So this is a project 1D. We're going to be copying some contents of cells and then paste it into different sheets. So currently we have 3 sheets. So sheet 1 is for January, sheet 2 is for February, and sheet 3 is for March. So we're going to be using something called clipboard. Clipboard is a computer term that represents some kind of a space or storage on your computer that holds the content, something that you copy or cut on a temporary basis. So if you close your application or if you shut down your computer, whatever that's on the clipboard will be gone. So it's like a temporary storage for copying and cutting and things like that. So clipboard, this is like a real picture of a clipboard, for example, and you can put things on the clipboard and then you can just reuse it, recycle whatever the contents they copied or cut and pasted it more than once or just once, doesn't matter. But anyway, clipboard represents some kind of a temporary storage for cutting and copying. So on page number 166, I'm going to go to project 1D, and it says select the sheet 1 to be an active cell and select C15. Here's a C15 through E16. So click, hold it down, and I go to column E, and notice that the column heading becomes kind of highlighted here. So as I move left and right, so that's how you can also determine the column orientation, and the row orientation is E16. So E16. So basically from here to there. Another way you can select the range of cell is you click on the cell. Oopsie, let me get out. Click on the cell. So that's C15, and hold down the Shift key, and then click on the diagonal opposite, and click on that cell, so it selects the range of cells. Okay, and then I'm going to copy it. Well, before I copy it, let me just go and open the clipboard. Clipboard is right here under the Home tab, and click on the More button, and then it adds a pane, and actually it shows my clipboard image on the clipboard, so it's temporarily stored. So let me just go ahead and click on clear all. So that's okay, it's gone. And let's say then I'm going to go ahead and copy it. So copy what? Copy the selected cells here, and then I click on copy, and it's posted on my clipboard. Okay, and then it says select C19 through E19. So let's scroll down. Oh, it's right here. So C19 and E19. You may wonder this marquee or the marching ends, what's going on. So you can just press the escape key to get rid of it. All right, so now C19. So I need to go down one more. Okay, here, C19 through E19. It is selected, and then click on copy. And notice that clipboard, it's both 2 items. The first item is this one. See that it's got a little bit of a preview of the content. So it's, here is, where is it? There. That's the first one here, and the second one is here. The Parkland City is right there. Okay, and again, I'm going to press the escape key to finish the marching ends. And so once I put this on the clipboard, I can paste it once or more to different locations. So now let's go to sheet 2. On the sheet 2, click on C15. So C15, so here's column C15 is here. So there's one or actually two rows of empty cells, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on the clipboard task pane. So this is called clipboard task pane, and representing general system. Where's the general system? Right here. That's the one that I copied first time. So you click on it and it pastes right there. And then let's go to sheet 3. Sheet 3 is for March, and then make the C15, which is right here, to be active, and then paste general systems one more time, this item on the clipboard. And then C19, so let's go down to C19 here, and then click the item Park City. So here's a Park City. Click. Or you can use this drop down menu. You can paste, same thing. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on Clear All on the clipboard pane, and it's cleared. So there's nothing to paste here. And then I'm going to close the pane. So now we have a full view of the Excel sheets. Okay, so let me go ahead and save it, and then we'll move on to project 1E. So this is a project 1E, which is about copying and pasting just a certain aspects, certain parts of a cell. So let's go to sheet 1, and then click on, let's see, G6, which is that one. So I can see column G, row number 6. So before we move on, let's just kind of take a look at this table one more time and see what's going on. So this is kind of a ledger of this business. So we have basically the expenses. So these are the debit, the money that goes out. And then we have credit. So we make deposits to the bank account. So this is credit, the money comes in. And then after each transaction, I want to see the current balance. Let's say from this transaction, I want to see the current balance. And it goes all the way to the end of the month. So we're going to establish some kind of formula here. So that's G6. By the way, we're looking at page number 167. Okay, here we just enter a formula. So equal sign, open parentheses, and F6, which is that, minus E6. Really? E6. Sorry. I thought it was G6. So you cannot use the cell itself in the formula. So I was kind of, what's going on? Anyway, and then plus G5, which is the balance from the previous transaction. So let's click on the formula bar here. So you can see the color coordinated cells. So F6, which is this one, the deposit, subtracted by the amount, which is the expense. The money goes, the money went out. So this is the money when it came. Let me just go ahead and. So okay, the deposit is the money that came into the account, bank account, and the amount is the debit. The money went out. Okay, so if it was a credit, the deposit, then only the amount will be shown here, and this will be blank. So since this is a blank, so F6, minus E6, you're not deducting anything. Okay, and then you do the calculation, that calculation first, because that's within the parentheses, and then G5, add G5. G5 is the basically carryover from the previous balance, and hit the enter key. Okay, so let's take a look at the formula one more time. And well, actually, it's better to quicker to just do the autofill and take a look at the formulas once that is complete. So let's say from G7, so you want to autofill it from G7 all the way between G7 and G20, and hit the enter key. So you can see from here that is if that is a deposit, and then nothing will happen in this calculation because here there's no debit. And then you add, so you add the previous balance with the deposit, and that's the current balance. Here we have debit, so we spent $225. So there's no deposit here because that's F7, that's nothing. So if basically that's minus, that's the debit, which is the amount that you spend on facilities insurance, and then you add the previous balance after depositing the general account. So hit the enter key. So you can see, I want you to take a look at each cell and click on the formula and see if you can establish some kind of pattern. And the key thing is that within the parentheses, either amount or deposit is 0, because each transaction is either debit or credit or debit. Okay, so then you work with the previous balance. All right, so here is the credit. So F12 has some value, but E12 doesn't have any value. So anyway, that's what's going on. And then let's see, we're gonna copy the G20, which is this one. That's the ending balance of January. And guess what? We're gonna copy it, and then we're gonna paste it on sheet 2, which is February, and then click on G4. So we're going to carry over the balance. And here is here's the thing about pasting. There are different ways to paste content from one cell to another cell. So I'm going to get, let's say, click on paste, and then it shows # value exclamation mark. Basically, Excel, this is an Excel's way of saying there's some problem here. Okay, well, what is the problem? Well, to find out what the problem is, one of the things that you can do is click on the formula bar. Then you can see some kind of a color coordinated the cells and cell references here. So basically it is subtracting the green box, which is this, from blue box, which is that, and then you add the purple box, which is that. Well, these two boxes are fine, you know, they're blank, so 0 minus 0 is 0, it's no problem. But if you add this, what is that? You cannot add balance, the word balance. That's why you have, let's see, that's why you have this. Okay, so let me just redo one, just let me delete it, and then let me go back to sheet 1, and then click on that, the last balance, copy it, go to sheet 2, and go to the beginning balance, and then paste it. So then once you have that, you have this paste options tool right here. Click on it, And this time, well, I don't really need a formula. I just need a value, whatever the dollar amount. So they ask to just, we have different options at paste and then different options for paste values. So I'm going to just go ahead and use paste values. I'm going to just get the just values, meaning just the numbers. So 714 and 81. I'm looking at the formula bar here. Okay? And compared to that, the original cell over here, look at the formula bar. It's not 714 and some pennies. It is the content, actual content of the cell is a formula, not a bunch of digits. Okay, so that's the original cell, and in the copied cell, instead of a formula, which is the actual content of the original cell, and instead of a formula, it just copied just the value, the numeric value that represented by the from the formula. Okay, so we just copy and paste just the value, not the formula and not the formatting or anything like that. So there's a slightly different way. So let me just go ahead and redo. Let me just copy it and then go to sheet 2, and here you can go to a paste here, paste option, and then click on this drop down menu, and then basically you have the same menu here, and then you can click on the value right here, paste value. You see the little blip, okay? And that way you don't have to rely on this clipboard. Oopsie, what happened? I think somehow it didn't work. So let me go back. No, I cannot go back, so I'm going to delete it. I have to redo it. So it's kind of acting out here. Copy it and then go back here and paste special and then just value. Okay, I just did it, just, yep, and hit the enter key. Oh, no, it still didn't work. It's just this particular Excel. I'm using the remote system here, so let me just copy it, and then I'm gonna just do it the way the textbook asks us to do, and that's okay, and then there you go. So once you have that, you have the value, not the formula, okay? And then, so mark sheet 1. Yeah, actually they asked to make it bold. So let me change that to bold, so it's a little bit easier to see it. And then sheet 2, G6, and then G6, here. Alright, so we're gonna go back to sheet 1 and we're gonna copy the formula this time, not the balance, but this one. And notice that it has a formula, so I'm gonna go back, select that, and then copy it. And guess what? We're gonna go to sheet 2 and come here, and then we're gonna paste it. And this time when we paste it, we're not gonna just paste the value. Actually, we are going to copy formula. Okay, so click on it and hit the enter key and click on the formula bar here. Instead of value, it has the formula, and the formula is correct because basically you figured out the difference between the amount and deposit, which is basically credit and debit and credit, and then previous balance. You've You can figure it out, and then you can simply do the autofill all the way, and that's it. And this time I think we're gonna just copy basically do the same thing. So the ending balance, notice that it has a formula, but we're gonna just copy the value, right? And copy it and go to sheet 3, and then now the ending balance of a February becomes the beginning balance of the March. So paste it. We have this value problem, so drop down menu and then just choose the value, just the number, not the formula, and hit the enter key. What happened? Edit formula bar, no. No, that's not gonna work, so I'm gonna just delete it. Yeah, this is just this Excel particular application is causing the trouble here. And then paste it, and then value, hit the enter key. What's going on here? Come on. Undo it. Copy it again. Sheet 3, and paste it. Just the value, work, and enter. It's stubborn. So that's a problem. This is the Excel causing trouble. So let me just click on it and copy it. Sheet 3, and I guarantee you that you won't have this kind of problem here. And so click on it. What's going on? Edit formula bar, no. Error in value, checking options. Well, I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It's the Excel acting out. Copy it, do it one more time. 3, delete that, and no. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Wow, I have to do it manually. So 472.24. Okay, 472.24. Right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, that just pasting the value should just work, but somehow this particular Excel is kind of acting out. All right, no problem. Let me go back here, sheet 2, and then copy this formula, this cell, and come here, paste it, and then in the paste option button, we're going to choose formula, and this should work because that's the way that it's been working. So you look at the formula bar here, and then do the autofill. Okay. And then go back to sheet 2, remove the bold, and go to sheet 1 and remove the bold. Okay, so that's it for 1E, and now it's 1F. That's on page 168, and we're gonna just fill out some, add some formulas, and then add some sheets and delete sheets and things like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to sheet 1, and then we're gonna add D21, add the word total. And total of what? We're going to add the total of the amounts, all the amounts. That's all the debits. So click on auto sum, and notice that the marquee or the marching ends is cut off here, because the marching ends automatically picks up all the adjacent cells that are connected together, but there's a disconnection here, so it stopped here. So that's not good. And what I do is I move my pointer to the top right corner, and I have a kind of two-headed slanted arrow, or top left corner, depending on which, it's up to you. So I click right here, and when I have double-headed arrow, not four-headed arrow, double-headed arrow, click, hold it, and drag it up. And I'm going to go all the way up to here. Well, it doesn't matter if you go up here, but anyway, so this is the way you want to go up, and then that's the total of all the expenses. Okay, the money went out. And then I'm going to do it here again. That's for the total of all the deposits. That's all the credits. Click. Again, it captured the first one, but it didn't include the second one, so I'm going to just click and hold it and drag it up. Or you can just simply type it in, F5:F20. Okay? And hit the enter key. And then we are going to, that's it. Okay. And then what the textbook asks you to do the same thing here, but I think you can just copy it, right? The way we did it before. So I'm going to highlight those 3 cells and then copy it. And then go to sheet 2 and click on D21 and paste it. And then drop down menu, we're going to do the formula. Well, it's okay because there's no formula for total, and this one is formula and that one is formula, and so let's click on the formula bar to make sure we are pointing at the right range of cells. Okay, there you go, that's good. So again, I'm going to copy this. So let's see if I have those in the clipboard. No, that's not in the clipboard, because once I use it, it's gone, unless I use it from the clipboard. So I'm going to copy it again from sheet 2 and go to sheet 3, D21, paste it, and then paste the option. This time I'm going to use formula. So we're going to keep the formula, okay, and double check the cell ranges. Okay, and let's go back to sheet 1. All right, so what do they I'm looking at step number 5 on 168, step number 5. Okay, so we're going to add a new sheet. So right next to sheet 1, 2, and 3 tabs here, and right next to the last sheet tab, and use a little icon that's for inserting new sheet. So basically adding new page of your Excel book. Okay? And then let's see. And then go to sheet 1, and we are going to select and copy the cells from, let me scroll up, cell A1. Be careful, because if I click on A1 here, it selects the picture. See? It selects the picture. Luckily, A1 is a big cell. Remember, this one is merged, so I can click on A1 there, or you can just, move the picture temporarily. Click on it, If you want, if you had to, if let's say if this was not big wide merge cell, you can move the picture and then click on it 1A through G3. So G3, and I think this was let me see. Yeah, G3 and shift key G3. Okay, so I basically copy the headings of the title and subtitle of the table, and then copy it, and then go to sheet 4, make it 1A to be active, and paste it. This is a simple paste. And then go back to sheet 1. And then click on, press the escape key. And let's go put the picture back up there. And then, oh, I made a mistake. I meant to select from here to there, not the column headings. And let me just go back to here, and yeah, let's undo it. Let's undo it, and then select again, copy it, and go to sheet 4. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna have to undo. There you go. Go back and then copy the right range of cells. No, that's a wrong range of cells. I don't need the column headings. So A1 through G3, so that's January 12th. Copy it and then go to sheet 4, select A1 and paste it. Okay, so I have that much, and then go back to sheet 1, escape, press the escape key, and this time I want to select A4. Let's see, A4. Where does it say? Well, I'm not sure. So I'm going to just go ahead and copy it. So that much. So January, just 3 items here. January 1st, January 2nd, and January 3rd. And all the way to description. So I'm going to copy it. Control C. And sheet 4. And then click on A4 and then paste it. So I could be wrong, but I think just looking at the picture, the figure near the bottom of the 168, I think that's what we need. And otherwise it's okay, it's no problem. And then we are going to replace that, let's see, as first quarter summary 2012. And then, oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what they did. I'm gonna undo it. Sorry about that. No, don't copy this part. Just do this part. Okay, so let me just replace this. First quarter summary 2012. Okay, then we're gonna enter B4 January, and I'm gonna do the autofill here all the way to March, and A5 checks amount and then deposit. Amount, and then end of month balance. End of month balance. And I'm going to widen the width of the column that much. Or if you were to just double click on it, what will happen? It widens just about that much. And let's see, this is still one cell. That's interesting. Oh yeah, it's okay. In the older version of Excel, it would have widened that much because that's the width of the first column. But Excel got a little bit wiser, was smarter, so it just widened just right. Okay, and then we're gonna copy some values from different sheets. So I know this is kind of gets a little bit complex or comprehensive, but just bear with me, and we'll get it through it. Okay. Okay, so go to sheet 1. So we're gonna basically get the checks amount, the total amount of checks for January, right there. Okay. So go to sheet 1, and then go down. That's all the money we spent. Copy it. Sheet 4, and then over here, paste it. Value. Enter. Oh, come on. You can do better than that. Again, copy it. Sheet 4, and paste it, and then value. Okay, did it work? Yes, it did. Okay, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I guess I need to just kind of do it slower. All right, so let's do the deposit amount for January. So let's go back to sheet 1, and then click on the deposit amount total, and copy it. Sheet 4, paste it, and then more option, and then click on. Before I click on it, I just give it a time a little bit, and then click on it, and enter. Oh no, didn't work. Still has a formula. Okay, let's do it one more time. Copy it, and sheet 4, and then paste it. Click on more, and then wait, and then click on value. Okay, looking at the formula bar, it worked. Oh no! I don't know, this Excel is really bugging me. Okay, do it one more time. Sheet 1, click on the total for auto save credits, summer total. And sheet 4, let's do it this time this way. Yeah. And then maybe I'll use enter key. Oh no, didn't work. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do one more time. Copy it, and then paste it. No, not that way. I didn't want to do. I didn't mean to do it that way. Arrow key. Oh, I see. Here's a trick. All right, so I figured it out. Okay, so and then end the balance. So what's the ending balance? It's that one, right? Copy it, sheet 4, paste the option, and then just value. I just use the arrow key. Well, normally it's not an issue, but this particular one is giving me a problem here. And do the February one, so quickly, that, and then copy it, sheet 4, paste option value, arrow key. There you go. I can do faster, Control C and Control V, more option, that, arrow key down. How about that? And then that, Control C, and then sheet 4, Control V, and then value and arrow key. So you can kind of figure it out. You can do the March as well. Okay, so copy it through. Okay, so we're going to add sheets. So you can, for example, click on sheet 1 and hold down the shift key and click on sheet 2. So you can select 2 sheets at a time. While shift key normally selects within the range. So in this case, you could use a control key as well. So let me just ungroup. Okay, so that way. So if you wanted to select like a sheet 1 through 3, click on sheet 1 and shift key, hold down shift key, and then sheet 3. So you select between everything between sheets 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm gonna right click and ungroup. Okay, if you wanted to select kind of you can jump. Okay, and then by using the control key. So I'm going to jump sheet 2 and go to sheet 3. And now sheet 1 and sheet 3 are grouped. Okay, so I'm going to ungroup again. So going back to these first 2 cells. And then on the Home tab, well, there are different ways of adding more sheets. But on the Home tab, you can go to Insert and drop down menu, and then we have Insert Sheet. So click, and then we have more sheets, sheet 5 and sheet 6. And guess what? If you can insert it, you can delete it too. So you can go back to Home tab and then click on the drop down menu of Insert. And this time, oh, not insert, I'm not inserting. This time, delete. And delete what? Delete sheet. Same thing, click on sheet 5 and delete sheet. So that's how you can add more sheets and you can delete sheets. So let's move on to 1G. Okay, step G. Okay, step G. Let me change the background. Okay, olive color. So you can hide and unhide sheets. So if you want to, for example, click on sheet 4, and maybe you want to share this file with your coworkers or anyone in your organization or anyone you choose to, you can share it. But let's say you don't really want to share everything necessarily, or you don't want them to see them because it may confuse them or whatever reason. Okay, you just want them to see sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So detail, like a January, February, March. But you don't want them to see the summary. Okay, so you can hide it. So like a real book, you can kind of fold in, and then that particular page of the book is not readily visible. It's basically the same concept. So you can hide it. And so how do you hide it? Well, there are many different ways. You can right click on it, and then you have this blip and then choose the hide option. So click on it. And what happened? Sheet 3 disappeared. It didn't get deleted. Remember when you delete it, you use a delete, but you didn't delete it. And then let's say you don't want let's say the January to be shown. Okay? So right click, hide. And you don't want, oopsie, sorry, right click, hide. It's gone. And let's say you don't want February either. Hide it, right click, and hide it. So only month that shows is March, which is sheet 3. Okay, once you hide it, you can unhide it. So right click any sheet tab. In this case, there's only one left, so sheet 3, and then you click on unhide. Click on it, and you have all these sheets that are hiding. So sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 4. So click on OK, and then right click, unhide, OK, and then right click, unhide, and OK. So now you have all those sheets back visible. All right, so let's move on to project 1H. So this is project 1H. It's on page number 172. So it shows a different way of hiding and unhiding sheets, and then you can apply certain things for the whole range of sheets. Okay, so let's see sheet 4. That's the summary, and then let's say you want to hide it. So on the let's see, how do they do it? On the home tab, and in the cells group, and you have format. So click on drop down menu of format, and then visibility, and I don't know, I think it's got it's getting cut out here, but on the visibility you have a hide row, hide column, hide sheet. So you can click on hide sheet and it disappeared. Okay, so before we did right click and hide. All right, and then what if you want to unhide it? Well, basically the same thing, but reverse. Home tab, and then cells group, format, hide and unhide. And now I know you cannot see it, but the last option here is unhide sheet. And then you have this sheet, unhide sheet dialog box, and then click on OK, and then sheet 4 comes back online. All right, so if I were to print this, let's say file, and then print, there's a print preview. Let's say I want to have a heading, something on the header, but I want to have it on every sheet. Okay, so how do you do it? Well, in this case you can let's see, click on the summary sheet, which is a sheet 4, and hold down the shift key and then click on sheet 1. So that way you select all these sheets together as a one kind of a group of sheets, and then you can click on insert. Let's see, then header and footer. I got a little bit disoriented because all these tools are not unavailable. Anyways, a header and footer. And then here in the header section, the textbook wants to put, okay, all the sheets selected horizontally. What do they want us to put? Come on. Well, I guess page number. Okay, page number there. Page number in the middle section, and then date at the right section. Click and current date, and then they want us to select the horizontally, vertically centered. So they want to display in the middle of the page, and then so here navigation. So where is vertical sheet name, picture name, path, current time. Okay. Oh, layout, page layout. Okay, I think we are done with the header and footer. So go to page layout and click on somewhere on the sheet. Let me change the view. Go to view and then normal view. Well, actually, let me change back to page layout view so I can see the header and footer. And then page layout. And then we want to have, let's see, they want us to have portrait, and then center it in the middle and center. So you can go to margins and custom margins, and then here it is, margins vertically and horizontally centered, so right in the center, and then click on OK and do the file, print, and it is centered. So go here. I guess we should change to landscape. Okay, let me go back to page layout, orientation, landscape. And notice that all the sheets are still selected. So whatever that formatting that we apply, it applies to all the sheets. So that's the main difference between just working on one sheet and the multiple sheets at the same time. So go back to File and Print. Now it looks much better. Then there's header, and header is centered right in the middle, top and bottom, left and right. Okay, come on, go to page 2. Oh, that's extra stuff there. That's just stuff that I added. And go to sheet 2. Okay. All right, that's the last sheet. All right, so that's basically it. And print all. Click on print, and it'll print everything. So that was 173, page 173, project 1i. And that's it for the project 1.